What's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Spiritually.Ziya tarot reading. So today I have some person that's coming through, channeling some songs through me, okay? A couple of songs that came through were Adore You by Miley Cyrus, um, Ain't Nothing Wrong with a Little Bump and Grind, and Residuals by Chris Brown. Okay, so I don't know if this is like a person from your past trying to come in and have a fresh start with you. I don't know if this is a new person because the residual song kind of gives me the vibe of like somebody that already had a chance with you and now that you're trying to move on and you might be giving your love to somebody else or wanting to give your love to somebody else. They're kind of like questioning like, who are you giving my love to? Who's getting my residuals? Like but the Adore You song kind of makes me feel like they're admiring you. If this is a new person or an old person, they are definitely admiring you, kind of watching you from the sidelines is the vibe that I'm getting. It kind of feels like they have a lot on their plate right now and they're currently trying to get their priorities straight before maybe approaching you and even having a conversation with you. But I do feel like um, this person is trying to figure it out at the moment, okay? What message do you have for the collective? Yeah, okay, so we got the Eight of Swords, we have the Star in reverse, and we have the Four of Wands. So this person could be healing from like a past connection still. And you could also be healing from a past connection. This Four of Wands is giving me the vibe of like mirrored energy. Um, you could have thought, for a lot of you, I do think this might be a past person, okay? You could have thought that this person was like your soulmate, your twin flame, and it's not to say that they're not, but I just don't think that this situation played out in the way that you thought it was going to because you have such an intense soul connection with them. I think you expected more from this connection and more from this person, and they just were not in the right energy to give you what you were looking for. And I think that created a lot of insecurity and triggered a lot of um, doubts, yeah, insecurity, wounds, past trauma, things like that. And I think this was ultimately for your own awakening. This connection was meant to awaken you and to crack you open and like in the deeply into the wounds that needed more healing and more love. I think that's the main purpose of this connection, and it's not to say that this person cannot give you more than just triggering those wounds and awakening your soul. Like, but I just think right now that the energy that they're in is not the energy that they want to approach you with, and that's maybe why they're on the sidelines, kind of watching you, admiring you, cheering you on. Even we got the Eight of Wands, so I do feel like there is communication that's coming in, but I think this person is afraid to kind of make that first move. I think they're kind of like trying to manifest you, maybe reaching out to them first. And yeah, I feel like they're kind of waiting for you to make the first move. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting because they're afraid. Okay, they're afraid to approach you. They're afraid that they're going to get rejected. I do feel like this person has fear of rejection. They have a lot of wounds around rejection that need to be healed. I mean, everybody experiences rejection. It's just how you handle that and how you overcome that. I think this person, it really wounds their ego and their pride. And yeah, I'm getting kind of like a toxic masculinity a little bit. um, and I think that person is also trying to heal that. I just think they're right now a little bit blinded by this triggered energy, this wounded energy that they're kind of moving through. I think they're a little bit blinded by it. They can't see clearly, they're not thinking clearly, they're not, I'm not going to say they're not able to overcome it, but they're having a harder time overcoming it, okay? And I do feel like this person is kind of in a negative mindset right now, and thinking that all hope is lost at the moment. There is no like restoring this connection or salvaging anything because they've done a lot of damage, I think. Um, but I don't even think you're really looking at it like that. I feel like you have a much lighter perception of this connection. It's not to say that you don't feel like hurt by this person, but I think you're more so in a stage of like you've forgiven them, you understand, like, because you've been there before, and maybe you even like find yourself there every once in a while still to this day, right? But like you have evolved a lot more from this situation than this person is kind of projecting onto you. And I think that they're allowing their fears, their insecurities, and their doubts to consume them right now, and they're projecting all of that onto you, thinking like, oh, this person probably hates me, they don't want to hear from me, they don't give a fuck about me. And that is like the furthest thing from the truth, okay? I think you still have a lot of love for this person. You want to see them doing good, you do care about them. And honestly, I think it would make your day to hear from them first. um, but I think this person is just very wounded right now, very triggered. So can we, yeah, this person has a really hard time moving on from the past, okay? Um, I do feel like they want to have a conversation with you because they have had like some epiphanies and some clarity as far as like what this connection is to them, what you mean to them. I think they want to tell you the truth as well with this Queen of Swords here. Um, I just think they're having a harder time kind of coming forth with the truth and moving away from some toxic behaviors, toxic people, toxic habits, toxic lifestyle. They are still in the midst of dealing with all this chaos, okay? And a lot of this does stem from internally, like this person internally going through a lot. And because of that, they're entertaining things that they should not be at the moment. And that's why they're kind of watching on the sidelines, because they don't want to disrupt your beautiful energy, your healing. They want you to do good, they want to see you thriving. They're just having, yeah, they're kind of having a hard time right now. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. But they do have a sense of like clarity about what this connection is and their own faults and everything. They do understand that they fucked up, and that they have caused you a lot of pain, and kind of caused you to be a little bit more guarded. I'm being really drawn to this cup that is in bars, it looks like. It's like, you know, her heart is kind of locked away. She's moving a little bit more strategically and logically instead of with her emotions, because her emotions kind of had her in this fucked up situation, you know what I mean? She's more so listening to her instincts and her intuition than her heart at the moment. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that this is what is needed for this part of your healing journey. It's not to say shut yourself off completely from your emotions, but, you know, not make any emotional decisions either, because sometimes your heart wants what it should not have because you have so much love and care for a person. And that can kind of, you know, put you back in that cycle of dealing with this toxicity that you've worked so hard on like freeing yourself from. So I think that's what this person is trying to do as well. They're trying to get to that point. Like they find you as like an inspiration. Um, yeah. And I am kind of feeling like this person at the moment is not emotionally available to even give you the right energy. And that's also why they're like staying away, you know what I mean? Like they're not trying to come in and breadcrumb you again or string you along, or um, I'm here and tell me lies, make it all sound good. So, let's get some more insight. We got addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, and restraint. Yeah, the block is definitely them kind of, I mean, we got some heart chakra blockages, some emotional blockages for sure. But I think a lot of their block has to do with trying to heal from a past love connection that is still very much in their energy. And I think that they were entertaining this longer than they kind of led on as well. Because, look, we got the chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. Yeah, because of the fact that they I feel like they feel like they have to prove something, like they have to prove their worth, or they have to prove that they can be a good guy or something. And they could have fucked up in the past with this person that they're kind of like on and off with, that they know is not good for them. Okay, we got the golden mirror, a self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. So I do feel like this was the dynamic of their past connection that they're trying to heal from. And I think, you know, a lot of times with narcissists, like they go toward people with a lot of empathy because they're easily more manipulative. Um, and they tend to end up being the chaser, trying to prove themselves, trying to show up for somebody that is just going to keep running away from them and not giving them what they need. And in return, they did this to you. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not excusing their behavior at all. It's just like kind of like a learned behavior that this person really needs to overcome. Um, yeah, so what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to pull. I feel like I want to pull one of these. Let's see. What energy are they in right now? Woo. We got the forest, and we have the starborn. I love that. Okay. I'm hearing that into the thick of it. This person is definitely doing some shadow work right now. I think that's kind of the energy that they're embodying, is trying to dive a little bit deeper into their wounds. Now, they don't know what they're doing, okay? This is kind of foreign to them, but they're trying right now. And I also feel like they're trying to get more into alignment with their soul, and who they are outside of all of the wounds, all of the trauma, all of the negativity, all of the baggage, all of the projections. They're trying to get back to their core. And I think they're also trying to get back to love as well. But the forest is kind of making me think of like, um, how do I explain this? Hold on, give me a second. It's making me think of like somebody who is definitely very lost right now. But this is all kind of part of the purpose of finding out who you are again, right? Is getting lost. Um, and I think this also does stem from them kind of going through their own like ego death. Because when you go through those, you just start to feel very, what is the word? You don't feel aligned with the things that you once did before, which can make you feel very confused, very conflicted. Because when you're going through an ego death, you tend to kind of like seek out things that used to bring you comfort. And when those aren't bringing you comfort anymore, that can be a scary feeling, right? And I think this person is kind of like, their fear is definitely being triggered. But I also feel like they're seeing like the magic and the beauty within that. It's giving the void, okay? This person is definitely in like a void state, um, and trying to rediscover who they are. And I feel like it's definitely very chaotic right now for them, but they're standing on business, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to understand this further. And I think that's going to be a lot of trial and error right now. And that's why they're kind of leaving you alone, watching you from the sides, letting you know that they are still around, that they're, lurking in the shadows, so to say. But, and not in like a creepy way. Let me not say that like that because it sounded a little creepy. But they are definitely watching from the sidelines, cheering you on because they want to see you succeed and do good. But they are keeping their distance because they're protecting you from their fucked up ass energy right now. And I think that's what is best at the moment. Even though they do want to approach you, they want to have a conversation with you, they want to tell you the truth, they want to talk to you about everything, lay it all out on the table and see if there's anything to salvage. This person knows that they can't show up consistently for you at the moment. So they are kind of, like I said, protecting you. This person thinks that you are a star and that you deserve to shine and not be dimming your light or going through their bullshit with them, because this isn't anything that you cause. You know what I mean? This is all their own doing. And it's kind of like, you make your bed, you lay in it. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Hopefully this resonated with y'all. And if it did, feel free to let me know in the comments, like this video, and go ahead and hit that follow button. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.